Come on, you
Yes,
gonna
boss. Yes, boss.
believe.
Good day to be a gunner. Good day. Good day.
It's a
Good
day
day.
for the humble ones.
Good day. Good day. This life, don't be disrespectful, man. Don't disrespect anybody. You don't know who they might be. They might be a nobody today, but bruh, just
And
don't
tomorrow they might knock
disrespect.
you 5-1.
They might be the one scoring a good goal and imitating your celebration. So
Yes.
don't
Yes.
disrespect anybody, man. Don't disrespect anybody. But
See,
it's a good game.
I,
It's a good game from the boys.
aside from even just calling it a good game, it's we can clearly say so far so good. This has been the game of the season for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely. No doubt. It was perfect.
see,
It was
I would want,
perfect.
I would want to even start off by saying honestly, I didn't see this coming, and that's what even makes it sweeter. Like I
Mhm.
didn't see this coming.
No one.
Best case scenario is we get out of there either a goal ahead or we can secure a point, which
Mm-hmm.
will still be a terrible result.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was heavy. It was a heavy game because it depended on so many things. But gracefully, we were able to get the win. I looked at the starting lineup and I'm like, okay, Odegaard, Partey, Rice. It's been a while I saw that. And
That
we've never lost a game
that's the
with that
midfield.
three.
That's the
That is
best
the
midfield we have so far right now.
see, before we even got on this call, we were asking ourselves, who is the player of the match?
I
You
don't
can
know.
you cannot say one
I
person,
can't
man.
say one
Both
person. I was
is
I
the
was I was like who? They were men. They were
Mwah.
men.
You
Everybody
know
deserved it.
what kind of like kept me at the edge of my seat when the game started was the press. I'm like, wait, are we going to make the mistake we made a couple of seasons ago where we are pressing them and they play through the press and they score?
Mm-hmm.
But no,
No.
this this was a different Arsenal side, like an Arsenal side that had a chip on their shoulder.
The
You know,
early, the early goal. The
that early
early
goal.
goal changed everything. It was important. So now we have seen it. The chances you have, score
Take
it.
take it.
Score it.
We're almost punished when we missed another chance.
Yes.
Yeah, because if Kai had put in that goal, it would have been 2-0 up,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
would have pace of the game and our momentum would be a lot higher.
Absolutely.
And when he missed that, what happened next? When they came back, bam, they scored a goal.
Yeah.
In my mind, I already started playing the old tape of, you see, you
Yeah.
don't take your chances, you get punished, and you lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
You get, but only for that to be
And
the ignition point for,
that was the catalyst for the reaction.
I'm telling
That
you,
was the catalyst for the faster passes, the overlapping runs from the fullbacks. I was like, where has this been? I'm telling you, at some point, it looked like the game was on fast forward, like on 1.5 speed, because it was like they were just going.
we're moving
And I'm
for
like,
real.
this is it.
I'm like, where has this been all season? Like, where was this when we're playing games that we're wondering why are we just passing the ball around without
Ah,
no incisiveness? But everything was complete today. The incisiveness, the flair. Partey had one of the games of his careers.
senior
Oh my
man,
God.
senior man.
Hey. Oh man. Oh
Senior,
man.
nah, he was. He looked like that party that had like 8 legs. That one leg
The
is there, one
octopus.
leg
They
is
call him
there.
the
Yes,
octopus.
now one leg is
He
there,
was
one
the
leg
octopus.
is there. He's intercepting, he's shooting, he's running. He's
Is it Declan? Declan
Declan.
too
Declan was
showing
like,
up. He was very instrumental in that first goal now. With
I,
that
I put Declan. I was so sure of Declan and Kai. Declan, it was due for this type of performance, and he's about to start getting. He had 2 assists today.
Yep.
Like his goal contribution last season, we were like, oh man, this is like massive from Declan. But he's going to equal it and he's going to match it when you look at his GA, like his goals and assists combined.
Yeah.
He's going to equal it because him and Arteta have seen that that left center mid is still for Declan.
Yeah, a lot of us had it when we're in doubt of it
Yeah.
because that whole crashing into the box. We had a reference point of Xhaka, and Xhaka was high up there in terms of what we saw him do the season before
Mm-hmm.
he left. But looking at what we've seen Rice do in the league, which is play as a six and do fantastically well there,
Mm-hmm.
we could we couldn't envision what Ateta was seeing, and now it's clear that Declan has the ability to do so.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah, this might be a long shout, but really, Declan can actually be a better central midfielder than a defensive midfielder. He might be the he might actually be a better Steven Gerrard than a defensive midfielder, if you understand what I mean. So
Yeah,
like the all rounder, the maybe like the
box to
Lampard,
box.
maybe not as attacking as Lampard because but there's nothing stopping him with this type of performances and with this type of like form and discovering himself in that midfield in that team. There's nothing stopping him from getting those numbers. Obviously, he's not going to be like the goal scorers, and he's not going to have all those type of like goal scoring, 10 goals.
But to be honest, he
He
has
has,
he has
he has
he has
the, he has the abilities.
he has everything.
He
The
has
long,
everything,
the shots, the aerial ability. He has everything in his locker. He just needs
bro.
to pull it out.
He's yeah, and being consistent with it. And I
But
also think that obviously with the way we tweak up the team, depending on who he combines with, he can actually be more dangerous in the box rather than around it. You understand? So there's still he can still be better. He can be better than what he
there's,
is right now.
with what we've seen so far in the past 2 seasons with Declan, man, it shows that there's a lot of room for improvement. It shows that Arteta actually is doing a job on him.
Hmm.
Yes, we've known that Rice is immense as a player, as a defensive midfielder, but with what he has done in terms of his goal contribution, in terms of how he impacts plays, he has done so much more,
His
so much
work
more.
rate, his work rate. As a defensive midfielder, you won't run as much as how he's running right now because
Yeah.
he's forming, he's coming back, he's going forward, he's doing all of that, right? But using his work rate in the attacking side of your team rather than on the defensive side of your team changes everything. It changes everything because there are few defenders that can resist or that can that can step up against that work rate for 90 minutes.
Yeah, his ball carrying ability. No, no, no. After
Yeah.
seeing the ball now, you shouldn't waste him
Yeah.
in that
So I
defensive.
actually I actually think like they should actually get him in the box. That was what we saw of him last year. He was in the box making runs and stuff like that. But now
But
this
now,
year he's been
but
more,
now that
more.
I was saying, now I was saying this, where does this leave a player like Mikel Merino?
No, so I have of recent time I have been sounding like a Merino fan, but it's not because I'm that you remember when it was Shaka? You remember when and
Yeah,
it looked
yeah,
like but I'm telling you, it's just time and the players and how we play, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Because he he's almost I'm not going to say he's the same thing as Declan, but what Declan is doing right now in the team, his role, the
Hmm.
positions he's occupying, the threats he's offering, in front of the box and everything. There
Yeah.
are things that we've seen Merino do.
Hmm.
One, we know he can do it. And guess what? He's left-footed. So so
we're still
so
waiting for him.
but he's not better than anybody in that three-man midfield. Our best midfield right now is still Declan, Thomas Partey, and
100.
Odegaard. So he's not better than that. But I believe he can offer something else. And
But
that's
even when
what
he
we've been,
came on,
and that's
even
what
when
we've
he
been asking for options. Yeah,
even when he came on, he put in a good shift.
yeah,
He guided the ball properly. but I would say he's a starting midfielder right
No,
now.
not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Um, but altogether, if we're to talk about all of the player performances, starting from David Raya, exceptional, except
He made.
yeah,
I was scared. You know, we were not sure he was going to start this game. He
yeah, yeah.
was not in
I
training.
suspected Ateta definitely was going to put everything on the line against City. So when I saw the starting lineup in the Champions League, I'm like, well, it's fine that we're already, already through
Hmm.
to a 99% through.
Yeah,
No problem. Do whatever you can. When I saw Neto, I'm like, oh God, okay. But as far as Raya said,
City is the target, man.
it
City.
was
I was looking forward to this
very
game.
concerning.
I was looking for
But that his block that he went to the ground. Ah, and I saw that, I'm like, God,
the deflection from Saliba, right? For the
yes,
ground one.
this is a game we should win. This
Ah,
is a you cannot save that kind of ball and still
and
lose.
still lose.
No, 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 no.
No, something I said before was like, you know, this is the game that we deserved, especially playing against these guys. Like sometimes, like the way we play, even when we now maybe like draw the game, like the last, like the 2-2, if we took our chances, the game should
Yeah,
have been like this game. You understand?
yeah.
Like where we would have been talking
You know,
about, like, oh, we won the game 3-1. So right now, this game finally gives us the results that we've deserved, especially how we've been performing against City for the past couple of years.
the one way I like to look at it sometimes is that when you do what you have to do as a team, everything will conspire to assist you. Like if you are doing what you're meant to do, the way we were playing, know how at some point even luck will actually conspire for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
Because in as much as we were the ones trying to hit them on the counter, which was
Hmm.
what I was afraid of would happen with them. Because that game against was it against Chelsea? Yes, against Chelsea that Chelsea got an early goal as well.
Yeah.
They just launching it forward,
Hmm.
going. So in my mind, I'm like, if they go that route, they might have a chance because we want to hold the ball. And if
Hmm.
we know we'll be holding the ball, passing it from side to side, if we do that and they break, there's going to be chaos. But on the contrary, they were the ones holding the ball. They were the ones making the passes. And we're pressing them until they made some errors. And that interception for the second goal, that
Hmm.
party
Hmm.
was
It
so
was
brilliant.
key. It was key. His
We
leg looked like it was like 10 feet long when he made that interception. The guy, I was just like, nah,
were blaming Foden because Foden didn't. But
no.
Foden saw a clear path to actually make that pass, and that
Yes,
pass was off.
yes,
But where Partey was positioned was just right at the point
behind
where
the referee.
he read, yes, behind the referee. And if you read it and he moved,
He didn't see him. He didn't
Foden
see
didn't
him.
anticipate it at all.
He didn't see him at all.
Then when he got the ball, did you hear how the whole stadium?
Shoot. He even waited. He even delayed it. He took like two touches after the stadium was shouted, shoot. Ah,
That
no. So
was
that
the
second goal, that
Mhm.
second goal was, as you said, an interception from them having possession. But you see the third goal, it was our possession and a build up
Yeah,
on the left.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And it was like, okay, what are you going to use this ball for? Every time we've had that opportunity, okay, somebody make a movement. Calafiori makes those movements one of these days. You understand? Our left wing has been popping. But if it's Calafiori, if it's, Luis Kelly as well. Now, before, we just see Luis Kelly maybe like on the turn, on the build up. But he's now
Yeah,
on the end of the build
edge
up
of it.
and he's
Yes,
making use of it. So these are
we have to
things that we've not
give
started
a,
seeing.
we have
So
to give a shout to
bro, we have to give him.
that
We also have to give whoever the
Trossard.
coach. Yeah, the left wing has sort of woken up,
Absolutely.
especially in the absence of Saka. I'm telling you, it looked like a blessing in disguise somehow, but it has woken everybody up.
But that's how a team is meant to react. I don't know if you remember those days where we used to experience one player will go down and we just see that
Everything will
remember
collapse.
when remember when we lost Diaby and there was a Coquelin, how Coquelin stepped up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are times where we lose a player either to injury or they actually sell him,
Yeah.
but step up.
Yeah.
It's typical of teams, and the only thing I'm looking at now is that we should not take that for granted in the
Mm-hmm.
sense that the team still needs support.
Absolutely.
Nwabali now has come out as a debutant that would be able to play behind Saka,
Saka. Yeah.
even behind an Odegaard.
I don't think so. He flopped in that position.
So in that position, the midfield selection is not
Yeah.
going to be like Declan, Odegaard, Partey.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like two solid double pivots,
Yeah.
and but you will still have to drift wide and
Yeah.
drift back.
So that's why
But
I
mm,
think I think Ethan is actually a right winger in the sense that I'll put it this way. He gives me like Foden vibes. More of Foden than creative, more of like goal scorer than a creative guy. You understand?
yeah.
I think he's a shoot first winger and shoot first midfielder than a pass first midfielder. Odegaard is a pass first guy. You know, he's reading the game. He's, coordinating and dropping passes. But when this guy won't score, once he gets that ball on his left leg, he
So
looks like Saka. Was it not against Girona or something that even commentators said don't shout Saka? You don't go and say Saka.
he
You now
has he
change, you
had
now use scope to say just like Saka.
in one of our conversations before, I told you that Ethan actually looks and plays like a hybrid of Saka and Odegaard.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
In the sense that cutting in on his left, he comes alive.
Hmm.
Then also in transitions, have you seen him in transitions when he's
He's
making those passes?
turning. He's turning.
He's those turns. He did
Yeah.
it against Bruno now, where he
Yeah.
chested it for and he
Chested
turned the
it, dropped it, and
players.
turned it against two people. Yeah.
I'm like, now that is his Odegaard side. So he's still developing as a player. Let's not forget,
Absolutely. This guy is a young boy. A young boy.
he's just 17. And what I really appreciate about Miles Lewis Kelly and Ethan, like I mentioned earlier, these guys are
The,
cold, emotionless.
the
They
heart.
do the job. They do the job. They do the job without too much emotions.
The heart. They just, they are confident. They are,
Yeah,
they are
that
confident men. Already, as boys, they are confident. They are not
if
faced by the emotions. They are not faced by the moment. The confidence that it took for Miles Lewis Kelly to shift the ball to his weaker foot and take that shot in that position. The confidence for Ethan. This this is the distance. He
I
was
was calling for the ball since.
yes. He don't they call for Ram. Don't they call for Ram. He knew what he wanted to do and he was sure of it.
Mm.
Nah.
No, this is exciting. It's
This is a
exciting.
game. This is a
No,
good game. This is a good
it's
game.
exciting. The only thing now that is still at the back of my mind now that I'm looking at on the grand scheme of things, bro, is that we have less than 48 hours to
Bruh.
and
A part of me is actually feeling that we might not buy, we might not be, I mean, we might actually not buy. But
that would be
I also
gross.
feel, I'm hoping and expecting for like a miracle. Like, bro, give me something, a banger. Give me like Oli Watkins and Nico Williams at the transfer deadline.
Okay, let's even look at it critically now. Take for instance, with the way we've seen this game today, what we need the most, the highest priority, is still that center forward. Even if they don't give us a winger, let's say, oh, we still have Ethan, right? Who is going to play on the right while Saka is out.
Mm-hmm.
We still have a Martinelli, who can play on the left or even play on the right. We still have Trossard. We still have Sterling, sadly. But if anything happens,
Down no player.
that's why I say sadly. If anything happens to Kai,
Mm-hmm.
it will be calamitous in the sense that there is nobody that can play center forward again in that team,
Yeah.
except experimenting with Martinelli, which
We
is not
will
even.
we will start experimenting all over again. It will take us to, was it not beginning of last season or something where we were playing Trossard? Where we
Yeah,
started playing, because it will not change how we play entirely. We would have to like go now, come up with a new approach. They will have to train it. They will have to, bruh.
it does my head in
Guy,
the act.
we need players, man. Like
Yeah,
now.
now
But I
is
understand.
Arsenal makes us feel as if there are no strikers, there are no
Now
in the market.
lie.
But
Spend
I'm
the
like,
money.
people are buying players. If
Spend the money.
Aston Villa is buying players, what is going on? What is going on?
Nah. We actually need a very pragmatic and
The
fast.
part that don't pissing me off, say, when I think about it again is, take for instance that summer window where we're saying, they're looking for the right player, they don't just want to sign. You were looking for the right player, taking your time, evaluating, pricing up and down, and
Kudus go. Hmm?
you still brought in Sterling
At the
on
dying
loan,
minutes. At the
9
last
minutes.
minute.
So that means you are capable of doing stuff, but you took too much time and you ended up not making a good decision.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is the point of taking all of this time when you're still going to bring in somebody that cannot even start?
That's why I need, like, I don't know. The hierarchy, the chain of command is quite long, which makes decision, longer again. But that needs, for me, that needs to be like addressed among like top management. But even in the sporting, in the sport director that we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
What I'm looking for, especially aside from the experience, the connections, the network, what I'm looking for is a pragmatic and fast negotiator. You have made
You
your
need to do.
you have made your options like one, two, three, one, two, three. Okay, you know what you're looking for. Pam, pam, pam. You don't need to drag things out. The earlier you get this deal, the earlier this player starts learning the new team. And the earlier this guy will deliver. But if you wait for transfer deadline to get the player, you probably have, okay, maybe because of our schedule now, we probably have some time and stuff like that. Maybe that's a plus that they're looking for, because we're gonna have like 1 week or so, or 10 days, right? But that is still not enough. Like, what if you had gotten the player earlier in the month? You know, Obviously I understand the rudiments of business, but you could have gained time.
A lot of time to bond with the team, to understand how we play. All of that is still very crucial, and I see them sleeping up on it. This team with proper attacker up front can actually challenge for
See,
even
bro, let's even assume that Liverpool beats Everton. 9 points. 9 points is not too much, especially when you know that the season will heat up.
yes now.
By the time other competitions are popping up,
Last season, last season, Liverpool were still in the conversation as of February.
yes. How many points were they leading the league with? I think they're leading like 7 points or something.
Yes.
So, bro, nine
We
points
have
is not.
we have March, April,
Yeah.
and you can switch up. It just
Uh-uh.
takes 2 games or 3 games of poor run of form,
Yeah.
and the
And
challenge
that's
is.
it. Everything is
And
different.
the way I'm looking at it now is, I like the position we're in. In as much as we complain, I know a lot of us as Arsenal fans, we like to complain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the expectation is a lot higher now, given that we've been getting too close to it.
Mm-hmm.
in as much as we've suffered a lot of calamity this season, where we are right now is a testament to how well this team is coached.
Absolutely.
We have to give kudos to Ateta,
Yeah,
right? He's making the best of what he has. But at the same time, it's obvious that this guy just needs an extra push and he will get us over the line. And the board needs to step in and do something.
that's the main takeout right now. Like, and I feel all the pressure and the criticism right now like need to be directed and diverted to the board. Like even the fans in the stadium and the fans, especially all the fan base. I think right now there needs to be like pressure directed towards the board and not to Arteta and the boys, because we can clearly see that these guys are playing their hearts out. Yes, they might
Obviously.
not be on form and everything, but you cannot say they are not putting in effort.
You cannot deny their work ethic.
You
Even
cannot, you
even,
cannot,
even the Martinelli, the Kai Havertz that we
you
talked
cannot.
about.
Bro, there were games that Kai literally broke down exhausted after the final whistle. And still, I understand. I'm telling you, it's so unfortunate that we live in a world of goals and assists and stuff like that. But I'm
Yeah,
telling you, like, Kai is a very important player for us. Is a
very
very
important.
as in, and yes, we need that goal scorer and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, even when we get a goal scorer, we would not be surprised when Kai is still in that team. If something happens and we still find a situation where Kai is playing with that goal scorer, that center forward that we find,
Yeah.
just because of the type of player that he is, and stuff like that. So, like, and he has already surpassed his goal contribution from last season in
This is
less
his highest.
games.
This is his highest in England, though.
Yes, in less games, goals and assists. So he's no, like I'm telling you, like he's. I would say it. We cannot bank on Kai
We cannot rely on him.
as our center
That,
forward,
that's just the plain truth.
but it doesn't mean that I would say get him out of my club. We need Kai. I'm telling you, he's a very important player for us,
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, 100%. But man, what a way to start the week.
bro.
Sunday, I'm in a new location now, and I caught all of the game before I took off. But the way I look at my week, I know my week is going to be hectic with a lot of meetings.
Already,
Yeah, but this game has set the tone for my week. You know when you go into work meetings and you just get that moment where you just remember that Arsenal won
bring
five
it
one.
on, bring it on,
Whatever you want to say, say. Whatever you want to do
bring
the
it
work.
on.
We are good to go. We are good to go. We are good to go. There's nothing can soil the. Yeah, and I'm hoping that this will be a game changer for the rest of the season to build on this momentum, right?
Absolutely.
Um, we were doubting our goal scoring ability, but now it looks like
Yeah,
we
scoring goals.
have options. Ethan Nwaneri is one of those options, and
My boy has 7 goals already this season.
bro, as in he's up there. He's up there. 17 years. Who are the players? Fabregas is there.
Jack.
Um, Jack Wilshere. There's a player that is number one there. So I'm trying to remember. Saka is also there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Saka has some goals, but he's doing great, and it's it's pleasing me in the sense that he doesn't seem like it's getting to his head because he knows he is capable. He knows he is him.
And he knows he's capable of more. You can see that he's
Yeah,
putting in work
just
to do more.
he's just putting in the work,
Mm-hmm.
doing what he has, and I'm so hopeful. I'm so hopeful for his career, man. I'm happy that we are having such products from Haaland. I'm even looking forward to more products from Haaland now.
Yeah,
Oh man, Aisha will not just go and carry one
look
striker.
one striker from there. I was already thinking about it. I was like, if we had that
Ah,
Chidobe guy, if the Chidobe guy was there, say maybe we'll just play him a couple of games for us.
don't mind that boy. He went to
That
go
was
and
doing good. Even this Haven,
yeah.
he's gone already. So in a
Oh, they
couple,
sold him.
yeah, to Man. Or he didn't sign a he didn't He didn't renew his contract. The contract Arsenal was offering him, so he decided to leave.
Oh well, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I
But I'm
mean,
happy.
obviously, he would have obviously seen it like, we're not good. I don't think he can displace any of them. Them giants. There's nothing you're going to do
Why
to.
why are you cooking to come back? Oh?
The standard is so far for you to
Nah.
displace Gabriel
There
and
was this other boy. I've not seen him. Salah. There's this Salah guy.
yeah, Omar something.
Yeah, I saw him in
Yeah.
preseason, but we've not seen him so much. But I like what Ateta is doing with them. He's easing them in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So far down this process, it looks like Miles Kelly is the most ripe one. He's the one that is, embodying everything that you want to see. Like he's this.
Miles has played more minutes than Ethan.
Yep,
So
way more
it
than
says
and
something. It says something.
a lot considering the fact that look at the players you have in the pecking order on that side. There's a Calafiori we just signed for quite some amount of money. There's still Zinchenko.
Yeah.
There's still Tierney.
Yeah. And
So
and you
when
are
you
and
go,
you're, and you're on top. You're not like in the middle of the conversation and you're on top.
it says a lot about his quality. Says a lot about his.
Absolutely.
So happy about that. I'm happy about that. And even now that we know that okay, we're expecting Saka back.
When are
There's
we expecting him back?
can't hear from me. I'm not the medical. We're expecting him back by God's grace. That's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah. I thought there was a release date already. I was like, oh god.
So when they were passing through the tunnel after the game,
Yeah, he
I saw him
was there.
looking out for his crutches. I didn't see
Yeah.
crutches. Okay, okay, okay.
He was walking without crutches because the last time he was in the stadium, he still had crutches.
Yeah, the schedule though says that he should be back mid-April, which is probably almost end of the
End of
season.
season, yeah.
But a part of me kind of like feels comfortable with the fact that we have an Ethan.
I'm not comfortable, but I'm happy.
A part of me, oh, I didn't say
Yeah. I'm happy
part of
that
me
we're, sha- we're
because
still there. That we're
we're
still
still there,
there.
so we're still carrying on.
Yeah.
But Saka is a different beast entirely, and I honestly would like to see him back as soon as
Saka
possible.
would have had maybe like 20 assists already. Or maybe like 16.
He's on a different level, man. He's on a different level. As in, when I was looking at his numbers, I think it was last week I was looking at it and I'm like, what?
Saka
This
is an animal.
they say okay, if you look at prime Ronaldo in English Premier League at that age that Saka is in, almost Saka has better numbers. Oh.
Yes, no.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, whoa,
Maybe
whoa.
they give her a new contract, make it sign again. Make it sign again. Make it bruh.
What a time, what a time to be an Arsenal fan. We just need to get over the line with
I'm
the
just
trophy.
telling you, we just need to. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it should not be our owners and the board that will dull us from getting over this line. We've
Yeah.
fought so many things. We've survived so many things. We've survived the referees. We've survived teams. We've survived City. We've survived United. We've survived Chelsea. Now we're chasing these guys, Liverpool again. So the fans are on board. The stadium is full. The fans are there. The coach is there. The players are putting in effort. So it should not now be the
It,
owners that would not now
it's
support.
it's left to the board, the owners right now. That's
Oh,
what they look my own point of view. It's on them right now. It's on them to get this done and give us what we deserve as a club.
yeah.
It's high time. It's high time. All right, my G. If we're going to rate everybody, I'll just say we are giving everybody a 9.
At this
Uh,
point, like, there's nobody
yeah,
I can even call out.
everybody did great. Everybody did
Everybody
great.
did great. Everybody
Uh,
did great. There's nobody.
My hope,
Everybody did great.
my hope is that we carry this momentum to the
Carabao.
mark. Let's go and finish the job. Let's shock them because right now everybody's looking at it that it's going to be a journey uphill, but that is where Arsenal can come alive.
Do you
Away
think?
from
Do you think
St.
we
James
can?
Park.
Do you think we can turn the result up against Newcastle?
Bro, if I thought that we could bring a result home today of 5-1,
Why not?
right? Why can't we do that, bro? Why
Just
can't we do that?
just three goals.
Newcastle not on the they are not on the best of form, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they can score two, we can score three.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've done it before and we can do it again.
Yeah. It's just to just not concede. Which is
Yeah.
hard because we're coming up against Isaac, but as you said, they're not on the best of forms right now. So I think we can capitalize on that.
We will, we should, we ought to. We ought to. Like, we can't throw in the towel at this point. We are
Nah,
almost at the finish line for Carabao.
no.
We can make, and in fact, dare I say that it's going to be more sensational for us to actually get the win at the end of the day, looking at the fact that we're coming from a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah,
That that is the sensation of someone that is going to win the final tournament.
absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that we get the job done. But I believe we have everything it takes to get the job done.
100, 100, 100.
All right, my G.
All right, G, nice one, man.
Nice one, nice one. It's great to be back again on Gunners Lounge. Catch you guys some other time next week. During the week, we have some time to review the games. But this has been a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Great time to be an Arsenal fan, like I say.
Awesome time, awesome time.
Yeah. Yes, yes.